And we are live. And yeah, there's loads of comments already. So hello everyone. Fergus over, Moon over, Mark. Hi everyone. Hi Liv. Hi everyone. So yeah, how's everyone been this week? Because I've been pretty bored this week. I still haven't got no builds at all here. But I did have dispatch emails this week, so yeah. So I had dispatch emails on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. That was for the Dodge Charger, the Ironman, and the Enterprise build. Nothing's turned up yet, so they may turn up tomorrow or whenever. So yeah, I've had nothing to build this week. So, and it got me thinking. What can I do with my channel? Because obviously I'm waiting for hang on a second. I'm waiting for builds to turn up, and nothing's turned up. Meaning I've got content. I've got my gaming videos, but I've got no build videos. So I'm looking to get some more content basically. So yeah. Fergus, I'm good. Spent the week recovering from my jab, watching Eurovision. Yeah, I didn't watch Eurovision, but what was that? The AstraZeneca one. That's the only jab that I know that gives really bad sort of side effects afterwards. I had the Pfizer one and never had any side effects at all. I was good both times. Though I know some people that took the AstraZeneca jab and they felt really rough. Really rough. I had my second vaccination on Thursday, just gone. Yep, I had mine 2 weeks ago now, so I'm fully vaccinated as well. Hi, Peter. But yeah, so you got the Moderna one. Okay, I don't know side effects to the Moderna one, but yeah, well, you know, the more of us can do this, the more normal things should go back to normal. That's what we're doing all this for, really, isn't it? Come on, it's easy. But yeah. So yeah. So in terms of content, I'm going to start doing sort of things like best of. Some jet just went by, like a fighter jet. Did anyone hear that? Did it sounded like a massive fighter jet going by. We don't normally get fighter jets over here. That was definitely a sound of a fighter jet. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is sort of like the top 10 of things as well. So my top 10 wrestling bouts, top 10 Star Trek episodes, top 10 films, all that sort of stuff. Try and fill out the channel a bit. I'm also going to start doing, well, I've been asked to do actually, from one of the wrestling groups I'm on, because they would like me to review or to preview some of the belts that are coming out. So when the belt is released, they want me to do like a preview video and show you what the belt's going to be like and stuff like that. So I'm going to do stuff like that. I've been talking to someone who does Hot Toys. Now, I collect Hot Toys, not like I used to, but I dabble in Hot Toys. And I'm going to start doing videos on pre-order ones of them. So ones that go up for pre-order, I'm going to sort of review with the photos and stuff like that. Just to bulk out the channel a little bit. So not major side effects, just low energy, head, body ache. Yeah, that's the sort of the side effects you get with the AstraZeneca one, I've been told. Hi, Mike. Good evening. So yeah, I've just had, I know next week, right, I'm going to do all these videos, which I've done, and I'm going to start posting them next week. I know for a fact my builds are going to turn up, and my channel is going to be chock with builds going left, right, and centre. But I will work things out, and I will do stuff and that. Hi, Andy. We were on spot with Backlash. Yeah, I was. Yeah, yeah. No title changes except the tag team ones, which was sort of like a given. I knew that was gonna happen anyway. But Andy, I'm gonna start doing more WWE stuff. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And I'll have to apologise to my Patreons as well because nothing's turned up, and I'm sort of debating on what sort of to do this week. So there's been sort of zero content. So I do have to apologise for that. But don't worry because next week's the last week to enter the competition for these two. And all you have to do is become a patron and you get free entry, as Peter knows. And then they'll be being given away next at the end of the month. So next week's the last time to enter. You've got Black Widow here and Iron Man. These are from the these are from the Igor Moss figurine collection, the Marvel figurine collection, that is the movie one. But yeah, my 9/11 backlog has grown a lot, so I'm going to be busy. Going to be busy for a while. I did get shipping emails for the extra one. Yeah, I'm starting up that again, and I'm hoping that next month or July that I should start seeing. You should start seeing some Ecto-1 content on my channel. But there's only 10 weeks left now of the Terminator. Now I didn't pick up my issue 110 this week because my newsagent guy is really good and he's normally on the ball. And but the company that sends him the magazines, which is WH Smith News, sent him the wrong issue 4 days in a row, and not even a Terminator one. They're sending him magazines that he doesn't even subscribe to. Yet on his paperwork, because he's quite open, he goes, "There's all the paperwork. You can check through it," which I do. It's not that I don't believe him. It's just that it's good to have two eyes on things. And it does say Terminator magazine, and it was nowhere in his boxes. And he rings up, and it was an administrated error. But it's happened 3 days in a row. So it happened for, obviously Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Saturday he still didn't have it, and he said he's on the case, and he's ringing them every day, should I say? Sorry. And he said it might just turn up. So this week there's going to be 2 Terminator videos out, I hope, because it's normally quite good. It's normally there every Wednesday, and it was on his paperwork to be there. And I know some people picked it up, but yeah. So I don't know what's. Hopefully that turns up. But yeah, I've had no builds this week. Mike, I've had a backlog of about 16 parts to get done. Yeah, I've seen them. You got quite a lot of stuff to do. I've seen all your stuff. You're very good. You're going to be very busy, and your channel is going to be chock. Yeah, I'm also, funny enough as well, waiting for stuff to come. Now we ordered some stuff, some new towels and a rug. You don't really need to know all that, but that's what we ordered. They came this week, and I ordered on I think it was the first week of April some T-shirts from my T-shirt store, and they still don't turn up. And it's taken them 3 weeks to make, and they've been posted out. Last week they were posted out, and it still hasn't turned up. So I don't know what's going on. And I know there's no backlog at the post office. I know all that, and there's no backlog at the mail centres or anything like that. So I don't really know what's going on. Though I do know that the T-shirt, obviously, Fan Home stuff and the Enterprise are all coming from overseas. So there could be a problem there. But yeah, the Terminator will be back. But I will have 2 this week. I'm hoping we'll have 2 Terminator builds this week, and then all me. So be prepared for you patrons to be bombarded with build videos, because the 2 Terminator builds will go onto Patreon, and then they will go onto YouTube as soon as I've done them. So within a couple of hours of each other. The other builds will be on a scheduled thing, so patrons will get the videos straight away, and then the Enterprise, Dodge Charger, Iron Man will be released one video every week, but patrons will get them straight away. So, like I said, if you're a patron, be prepared. It's on the slow boat from China. Yeah, definitely. I don't know what's happened to him. It's frustrating because they're both now a month behind, the Enterprise and my fan home stuff. So I don't know why. And I'm in the same boat as everybody else. They've only started getting their issues this week. I see lots of people getting their issues this week, including the Enterprise. But people over in Europe have got, some of them have got issue 5 and issue 6 of the Enterprise. And I'm still waiting for issue 4. But they're already up to issue 6. And everyone over here is me. I know Mike as well, and World of Wayne and stuff like that are all waiting for all this stuff to come through. But I know through my Facebook groups and stuff like that, people have started getting them. But yeah, and they made a muck up as well on the fan home website. So a lot of people on their 5th box were excited because it said that there was going to be a cap or a free gift that was included as well with the Iron Man and the Dodge Charger. But they're actually included in box 6, which is the next one, not box 5. So there was a bit of a doodah with that. It's interesting how the USS will do build down rather than up, like we do with the cars. I don't know, Mike, because if you've done the Millennium Falcon, that was built in a similar way to the Enterprise build. In fact, it's near enough identical. So you built a sort of inner frame, and you had the panels, and you built the panels up over obviously weeks, and the inner framework. So at one point, if anyone's built the Millennium Falcon, you will know at one point you have the inner frame, and you have the outer, top, and bottom shells separate at one point. They give you these plastic stands. They're like jigsaw pieces, and they're part of the build. They come each week. You get one bit each week to build up this plastic ring, and you get 2 of them, and you have to rest the bottom and the top outer sections, and then you build the framework, sort of, if you know what I mean. It was frustrating to have all these pieces everywhere because you had to find places to put the frame plus the 2 parts. You needed a lot of room to build it. Let's just put it that way. But the Enterprise is very, very similar to the Millennium Falcon build in the way that it's done. So, oops, it's popped up. Oh no, it's gone away now. I'm just waiting that to come with fan home, Kev. Yeah, it's due. I know it's due. I know they said that they were bringing out the Millennium Falcon. So I know it's coming out, but I don't know when. Fan home just seem to activate these sort of things. So I like building boats. Falcon is a lot of spurs. Not at the start, near the ends it is, because you're building a lot of the detail on top of the frame and bottom of the 2 bottom sections. But you get a lot of the framework, if you know what I mean. So you get the two bottom frames, if you get the top and the bottom, if you know what I mean, and you probably get the outer shells as well. But the way that they go on is different, if you know what I mean. So you're building sort of the outer frame separate, and then the two outer frames separate and the inner frame separate all at the same time. It's very confusing. You're also as well, you've got to think you're also building in the interior section as well. So that's very early on, if I remember right, the sort of interior section where you can take off and look inside. And you've got the tubes as well, obviously, for the turrets, and some of the tubes going in as well, and you've got the cockpit and stuff like that, and all that's built very early on, and then it's left. It's one of those bits where you leave and then you don't have to put it together until near the end. But I do remember the remote control that came with the Millennium Falcon was issue 100. So you get all the bits, you finish it, issue 99, the whole thing is complete, and then issue 100 was just the remote control, which I do believe is going to be the last issue for the Terminator. So we're getting all the parts, and the Terminator and the stand will be complete by issue 119, and then 120 is just the remote control. And we won't be building that. There's no need to build that. It'll come just on its own. So I enjoyed the Falcon build. Made a coffee table to display it. Yeah. I mean, we had a coffee table originally, and it was under there. But we had 3 dogs at the time. We've only got 2 now, but we had 3 at the time, and they kept knocking it. So I shipped it off to my brothers. Also have a Spurt 100 mags to make another. Oh, what have you got? The whole build again? It's a good build. It is a really good build. But yeah, it's not too complicated, if you know what I mean. It's very straightforward. I found it very straightforward. It's not as complicated as the R2 or the DeLorean, because I've got to say that the DeLorean build was a headache. Yeah, there were some good bits, but there were some bits as well, and the electrics were, let's just say, not very good. I tested my electrics on my DeLorean the other day, actually, and all the interior lights work, but not a lot of the exterior lights. So the headlights don't work now, and the flux bands, that they shine, but they don't work like they used to. But yeah, all the other internal lights, they all work perfect. It's just the external ones that don't. So you can see that again, Kev. I did not enjoy the build. Yeah, the DeLorean build was bad. Never again, Eaglemoss. Yeah, I said that, and now I'm building the Ecto one and the Enterprise. But I was always going to build the Enterprise build. I was always going to build that. Whoever did it, you know. But yeah, I think they've learned. Well, I think they've learned from some mistakes with the Ecto one, but have made mistakes differently, if you know what I mean. If you know, the decal on the door is a perfect example. You know, you've put it in writing that it's permanent and you won't have to stick it down and all that, and then they went back on themselves, but they've now gone back on themselves again. So anyone who's building it, so hopefully, because I'm started up again, so hopefully when I get my piece for the door, it will come with the label already stuck on. So so many problems with it. Yeah, the DeLorean was, yeah. I'm finding that actually the Enterprise and the Ecto one there's so many mods out for it. It's hard to keep up with which mods are coming out, and what, it's just so many. It's another reason why I don't really do mods as well. So by the time I start building my tier, it'll be an antique. Oh no, you'll get there. Don't worry, Pete. We'll get there. It's a nice build. It is a nice build. And I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, that the mouth moves and the eyes, because it lights up. That's fine, but it's the movement of the eyes and the jaw. We'll have to see. I'll have to see when it's all powered up. But I have got now a unit here, and it's going to be sitting on my unit just here. I'm just going to turn the camera slightly so you can see it's got a dog food nut on it. But that's the unit it's going to be sitting on just here, just where my resting belts are. And it'll be lit up and everything. That'll look cool. I really fancy Enterprise, but just cannot as its Eagles. Similar issues. I agree with you there, Andy. And I think a lot of people are making, you know, I understand people have got to mod it. I understand that, and I understand they want the best out of their model. I get that too, but it's making the situation seem worse than it actually is. So I don't mod mine. Obviously, I'm building mine to stock. The lights, the sort of the lights under the windows, shall we say, they're going to absolutely be a pain in the ass the whole way through the build. They're going to just be an absolute nightmare. There must have been, if anyone done the test run of that build, they already came pre-sealed on a plastic. So the plastic that we stick on the lights onto the windows, the windows were already attached to those sections. I don't know why they decided to take them off. So just like they are on the neck section, if anyone's seen issue 5, I think it is, you attach some more lights to the neck, and they're already pre-put on to the base, if you know what I mean. If that makes any sense. I'll make sense when I do the video. But the original test run, all the windows were already attached, and you just put the plastic frame bit on. And I think they've made it about 100 times worse by doing that. But yeah, like I said, going back, I think people that are modding it and are modding well over the top are putting people off. I think are just absolutely putting people off the build, because they're like, well, there's just so much work to do with it. Unbuilt DeLorean Egmos has resolved a lot of the problems with it. Yeah. I know they did say that they were going to resolve a lot of the problems with it, especially with door hinges, because that was one of the big nightmares, and there was a one with the engine as well. But I know they were going to sort out. I know there was a big problem with it. It wasn't a problem for me, because obviously I don't display my car upside down. But a lot of people were complaining about the gearbox to it, in that it was an automatic gearbox and it should have been a manual. But it didn't bother me. But a lot of people got very upset about that. And then they started supplying the manual gearbox, but by that time it was too late. Similar to the rod that I think they supplied as well. So they applied a steering rod, and then after we installed the steering rod, they then said it was too short and they got a longer one, by which point it was already on my car. And I didn't have a problem with the steering column or anything. So I've decided I will decide on the Ecto-1 mods sometime later. Yeah, you always got to think about these mods. You've always got to take into account everything when you do them. Ideally, you don't need to be spending any more on it with modifier, only if absolutely necessary. The Flux mod was, that's like I said, you mod them as much as you want, and you do it. But I think by doing so, when someone's deciding whether or not to do this build, and then they see that we're only 3 issues in and you're modding the hell out of it because it's not accurate enough, I think that can have a detrimental effect on it, so it can make it seem not as good, if you know what I mean. If you're watching it and going, oh well, there's too much work, I've got to redo this and redo that, that would put you off completely. So I think it's having the opposite effect, if you know what I mean. You got the manual gearbox, did you? Yeah, so they've obviously swapped the gearboxes out now, because it was an automatic one. But remember, that DeLorean is a replica of a replica that was built to sort of showcase. So it's not the actual car that was in the movies. It's a very good representation of the car that was in the movies. You could tell that because there's a lot of stuff in the car that shouldn't really be there. So like the wing mirror, that was never there in the film, but in the replica car that they've scanned to make the car from, it did. And behind one of the seats is where it has a speaker and some buttons. That is for when the car goes to shows and stuff like that, they can turn the Flux on, and it can play the tune and stuff like that. Now, obviously, the original car never had that, but they scanned it in such a way that they picked up on little things like that. And it was an automatic, the one they scanned, and it should have been a manual, so they changed it up. But yeah, it's good that they changed it, because like I said, a lot of people complained at the time, and they said, and I know some people did get it, and then they were offered it to Europe, but they didn't offer it anywhere else, and there was a big hoo-ha about it. I don't mind mods, but when the model is too important, the quality then poor. Yeah, well, I think the Enterprise build is going to be good, but there's already grumblings about it already, mainly to do with the registry. So where it says USS Enterprise NCC, that's going to be a sticker, just like it is on the DeLorean door. Not the DeLorean, so the Ecto-1 Ghostbuster door. It's going to be very similar to the Enterprise, and already we've got a lot of people upset about that. It doesn't bother me. It's going to be, positioned above my TV. It's going to look amazing, whatever it is. and however it's put together, it's just going to look amazing. You won't get this sort of thing from anywhere else, or this size or anything like that. So I'm just really happy doing it, and it's something that I would have dreamt of doing anyway, because it's Star Trek, and obviously being a massive Trekkie, it was something that I was always going to do. I could give up all my other builds and do it, and it didn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's got all these sort of problems. It's just going to be so good. It's going to be so good. So because they can't drive stick. yeah, yeah, yeah. So the replica car they done obviously is an automatic, but it does show you the level of detail that they went in for the car, and then they just built the car in 3D to make the parts and everything, and they didn't notice little details like the speaker and the buttons and that. It was a automatic when it should have been a manual, and it had the wing mirror in it and stuff like that. That's that sort of stuff they should have picked up on, but they didn't. They don't. It's worth noting that a lot of these companies don't proofread their magazines. Eaglemoss are terrible. There's so many spelling mistakes and word mistakes in their magazines. It's really bad, and they don't proofread any of their stuff. They sort of just make it and send it straight off. So I think every build is prone to problems. It's how they deal with it. Seems like USS will have a lot of mods. I don't know a lot of mods. I mean, we're only what 5-6 issues in. You know, stages what 15, 16, that sort of thing. It's still early days. There's still so much to do on it. But yeah, I think people are going to mod it anyway. But yeah, we'll see what comes out. But guarantee there'll be 4 or 5 people bringing out mod. I know that there's free sticker mods or decal mods for the Ecto 1. So once I've done the T800, I'm fitting a hidden sensor in its head. So when someone walks past it, it will trigger 2 servos to raise the head with the gun using. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I'm not the alien build turns its head when it senses a noise or something like that. That's going to be cool. That is cool. Yeah, quality control, if you want to call it that. I don't think they do quality control. Have you seen some of the stuff that comes through? They just bung it in a box and send it off to us. There's no quality control. All you got to do is look through their. I mean, I've collected all their Star Trek magazines and Star Trek ships, and it's amazing that there's spelling mistakes in their magazine. And then their books that I've got, so I've reviewed them as well on my channel. So the illustration Star Trek books that I've got and the shipyard books, they haven't done the typos in it. So they've just literally taken the magazines and then put them in a book, but they haven't sorted out the wording or anything. So it's still spelling mistakes all over the place. So it's just lucky we know that what they're talking about. But yeah, it's very poor. Yeah. Well, it happens, doesn't it? It happens, but with Eaglemoss, it was especially with their Star Trek ships. It was that and the window misalignment as well. It's like a running joke with them. It's like, we'll read the whole magazine and see what spelling mistakes we can come across. It doesn't take long. and then the window misalignment as well, which they said it wasn't there. It was the way it was printed and stuff like that, but some of them are really bad. Some of the window misalignment on the ships are really bad. If you've watched any of my videos, I pick them up, and yeah, you see them as well. They're all over the place. But it's part of their. It's to do with the printing service. Like we said, well, they said that they couldn't do it by hand, so it's sort of digitally put on, and sometimes the sensor or something isn't working properly, and it puts the window not in the groove but by the side of it, so you get a window misalignment, and it looks terrible, but it happens. But yeah, I'm bashing Eaglemoss here, and I'm really bashing them. I'm really bashing them tonight. But yeah, but no, like I said, there's no builds turn up, and I'm going to get some other content out as well, which I hope you'll all like. But yeah, it's just not. I said last week, and I said hopefully everything turns up this week, and we'll have something to build. I did have the email, dispatch emails, which is the first dispatch email I've ever had from Fan Home. So I had my Iron Man on Monday, my Dodge Charger on Tuesday, and then on Thursday I had my Enterprise Build dispatch email, and nothing's turned up. So yeah. So, hi Jay, how's it going? The 3D printer I built was hilarious, reading in a few places where it should read Lockett, it was written cock. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, everyone's cool, Jay. Everyone's good. We're just chatting around. I can see an online show forming soon for Fan Home. They are brilliant. Yeah, but with them doing a shop, what do they put in it? Because yeah, because of them selling individual issues, I don't think that they can do that. I remember right at the start, could I buy individual? This is the reason why they can't. When you, if you buy, say, issues 1 to 5 off of eBay, and you like the Iron Man, you think, oh, right, okay, well, I'll start it up. You can't start from issue 6. You have to start from issue 1 again. And it's to do with their computer system. Now, if they did bring a shop out, it means that they could sell individual issues. But when I asked originally, this was way back when they first started, they said at the moment there wasn't going to be one. And they said the way that their computer system is meant that they couldn't do it. They could do it with their busts. Yeah, I agree with that, with Star Wars busts and the Naruto figures. But yeah, it's even with them as well, though, Mike. So, you know, if you collected the Star Wars busts, issues 1 to 5 from eBay, you go, oh, yeah, I'd love to collect this now, so I'll start from issue 6. You can't. The system that Fan Home use doesn't allow you to do that. And they can't accelerate you neither, like Eaglemoss can. So, you know, you couldn't start from issue 1 and then they'll accelerate you to the next available issue. They can't do that. You just have to start from the beginning again. They did say once the collection is more in, so once, you know, there's like 50 or 60 issues in, they said they may be able to accelerate you then, but it's all the faffing about that comes with it. I mean, I'm having a bit of a doodah at the moment with Eaglemoss with the Ecto, so I've signed up for it. They have to send me issues 1 and 2, which should be here whenever, and then I have to send them back, and then they can accelerate me to issue 15. But yeah, it's all round the houses. But Fan Home don't offer that. So I was just wondering if they did do a shop, which would be a good idea. It means that their computer system, you would be able to do that, if you know what I mean. So you'd be able to start from issue 5, but at the moment you can't do that. So I saw the Terminator on sale. I saw a T800 for sale for $250. What was that one? Is that the Hot Toys one? Because that sounds like what the Hot Toys version is, or is that the Hachette one? And obviously, because it's not finished yet, because no one's finished them yet. Eaglemoss do excellent builds, just need to tighten up their quality standards, customer standards, delivery schedules, communication mods that do not need to be used to correct errors. Then all good. Yeah, so basically, I need to just restructure the whole thing. Yeah, they do have all those problems. Yeah, because they're a month behind now. Everyone seems to be about a month behind on the Enterprise build, and the issues are sort of dripping in, if you know what I mean. There's a few people that have got them, but the majority of us still haven't had issue 4 or issue 5, and yeah, it's just So I've been waiting for them to offer tracked delivery like America do for ages. America has so much better setup. Yeah, when I was doing these Star Trek ships, and I was part of the big group and everything like that, obviously it was started here first. You know, in fact, Eaglemoss was a UK company that started here, and then they started distributing to America. Now, I think we had already got up to the Star Trek. I think we were up to issue 30, and they had only just started doing issue 1 in the States. But I did say as soon as they got really big, they would sort of move away from the UK to the US because it's a bigger market for them. So I think they prioritise them on certain things because it's a bigger market. It makes financial sense, but for us it's very frustrating. And so yeah, the full build. The build's not finished yet. No one has got the full build yet. So that's interesting. But I would have, 250 quid for a whole build. Yeah, I would have took that. That's cheap, really cheap. But yeah, no one's finished the build yet. It looks like at the moment that that subscribers and news agents may finish the same time. So yeah, there was a bit during everything going on. There was a time when subscribers were 4 issues ahead of the news agents, and now the news agents have caught straight back up again. So all good here. Just waiting on news of my op. What op's that for your? Is it your knee or hip? I can't remember. It was last week. I'm terrible with things like that. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it's a Genesis replica T800. Oh, okay. So is that the Hot Toys one? Because Hot Toys did do a Genesis replica. Is that the 1/6 scale one? I think they did a 1/4 scale as well. So I would love one of those to release an RC helicopter or some other RC aircraft. Always looking to increase my collection. They may do. They may do. I mean, it's not the first time these companies have done RC cars. They've done, I think it's the Hummer, the H1 Humvee. That was remote control, and obviously a tank that's coming out is remote control. So they can do it. They can actually do it. I'll double heard you. That was good. Well, I hope it goes all right. Yeah. I know what. I know what people go through with things like that. My dad's going through something similar, and he's waiting for an operation as well. So I hope it goes all right, Jay. Hachette had a test run of a helicopter a while back, but failed. Oh, it's life size. $250. That is cheap. That is really, really, especially for a life size one. That must have been. Is that like a homemade one, or is that a Sideshow one? Because I know Sideshow do a full scale replica, and they're like thousands and thousands, like $2 or $3 grand they are. But yeah, that's a really good price. I'd look into that. But was that? I don't know if that was a remote control though, Mike. I'm not too sure if that helicopter was remote control or not. But yeah. But yeah, so there's nothing really happening. I don't know what's happening with any new builds at the moment. It's all gone very quiet in France as well. I think this is the longest time we've gone where no one has posted a new build that's come out there, because since January there's been an absolute influx of test builds in France. It's been absolutely crazy. I have the Hummer kit yet to build. Oh right, okay, that's the remote control one. That is. Is it the H1 or the H2? I thought it was the H1, but I might be wrong. It might be the H2, because I know the H1 was more a military vehicle, wasn't it? And the H2 was like the commercial built one that they did. But I can't remember which one it was. I remember seeing it, and I know it came out. I think it was it DeAgostini that did it? I can't remember now. I think it was. I was interested in the Agora Leopard build, but the promo vid looked too much like a toy, which is fine, but put me off. Yeah, I think this is the thing with a lot of these builds. I find is that they have a play element. Yeah, so I'm quite happy, and I've done it with a lot of these builds. I mean, I've built them, but I don't turn the play aspect, is what I call it, on or off. So the H1 Nitro one, yeah. So it was the H1. But yeah, like I said, a lot of these builds have these gimmicks in them. So the gimmicks for me are the lights and sounds. A lot of these models, I mean, if you bought something from, say, Sideshow or Hot Toys, the high-end collectors and stuff like that. None of these high-end stuff come with, they come with the same sort of things, so they're fully articulated. You can have them with the gun, without the gun, all that sort of stuff, and the eyes light up, and that's it. A lot of these builds, these high-end builds, Hot Toys and things like that, they have little bits of lights, but that's it. I mean, they get onto things and they do, you know, engine sounds and lights come on and off, and you know, it's just, I find them sort of a gimmicky thing, and it makes them more of a toy, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm going to have the lights on the Enterprise. I think that's going to look really cool. But things like sound effects, I think it's like a gimmick thing for it, isn't it? It's a bit like the car noises and stuff like that. It's the gimmick of it. I mean, the lights are okay, but I mean, most model cars that you buy or build don't have those features at all. So I find them handy as a sort of the play element to them. But I understand exactly what you're talking about. That a lot of these builds, you have them, they look really cool, and then they start doing movements and music and stuff like that, and you have the gimmick of it basically, because you're not building it really for those specific things. You're building it because it's a nice statue and it looks really good. But yeah, Mark did the Model Space H1 and RB7. Oh yeah, you're talking. But Mark did the H1 and RB7. Is that Mark Mods? Is that? Did he do them? I don't know. I do follow these YouTube channels, but yeah, just trying to get everything in. But yeah, I understand, like I said, Andy, I understand what you're coming from with the toy element to them, and a lot of these builds have them. You know, it's a bit. You know, World of Wayne has said it before, and I think some others have said it as well. And I'm only saying World of Wayne because he's mentioned it a few times as well, where you get these sort of things. R2D2 is a perfect example of that. You have all the little functions on your phone. You have the video and the photo capture, and you can turn it, and you have the hologram. It looks really cool, but they are the sort of toy element to it, if you know what I mean. So they're the sort of the fun factor, the sort of gimmick that it has. I haven't really. What's that? Oh, it was Mark once. Okay, I'll have to have a look at that. Yeah, I did them really good. Did you get the remote control as well with them for the H1? That is, because is that part of the build or was that an extra? Because I always thought that it was an upgrade kit. So you built the H1. And then if you wanted to upgrade it, you can, and it supplies everything to turn it into an RC. Is that right? I may be wrong, but I thought that was the case. But yeah, like my R2D2 have sat on my shelf since I built it, and I might have played with it a few times, but that's it. A lot of these models that I build haven't really had lights or anything turn on. I'm hoping that the Terminator will probably use a little bit more. Lit up and stuff like that, but yeah, I see where everyone's coming from. Someone did the Apache. I got parts and then it stopped. Yeah, that was the one I think Mike was going on about. World of Mike, he was saying that there was they had an Apache, I think it was Harchette, and they pulled it because it didn't do very well. I think that's the one that we were talking about. But I think it's also with these builds, it's catching the right time. At the moment, there's quite a lot of builds out. And I think a lot of people could get overwhelmed with stuff that's coming out, and you have to pick and choose what to build. I mean, what I'm building now is it. There's no new builds coming out as far as I know, or anything this year. Though we haven't heard anything from Harchette. They're very, very quiet at the moment. But they did do a test build, which I found out thanks to Alex and Mark, that the Disney Dollhouse build that they were building, that was a test run, and that was from Harchette. So, have you heard anything about CM Punk coming back? No. I think CM Punk's doing the TV series, isn't he, called Hills, and I think he's quite happy doing that. I don't think he's too fussed about coming back to WWE. And it's how they're going to use him, I think, if he did come back. I know fans would absolutely love it if he come back, but I don't think he's not bothered. But yeah, he's doing a TV show, which I can't wait to see. It's on Disney Plus when it comes out. I think it's in July. It's called Heels. It's about wrestlers, and he's in that. He's one of the main casts in that. But I'm waiting for that to come out. That'd be a really good series, I think. But that's on Disney Plus. It was done for Fox. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, does anyone else want to see anything else on my channel? Because I see Mark as well. Mark also said, "Hi, Alex. How you been? What you been up to?" Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, it would be nuts, Andy. I think people would lose their mind if he came back. And they're returning to live crowds as well in July, so probably a perfect time for him to come back. But I don't see it personally. And if they did come back, how would they use it? Same here, man. Yeah, nothing, Alex. There's no builds coming. At the start of my stream, I said I've had dispatch emails for the Iron Man, Dodge Charger, and the Enterprise, and nothing's turned up. Not a thing. There was no thing. I think they're like a month behind now. But yeah, I've mentioned that I've got nothing on, so I'm thinking about doing other stuff on my channel. So like the my top 10 Star Trek episodes, and top 10 films, top 10 wrestling belts, and stuff like that. So I'm going to start doing them as well, just to bulk it out, because I don't know what happened, but Fanhome and the Enterprise build are a month behind. I don't know what happened. Slow Boat from China was was mentioned from Over the Moon. Yeah, probably. I don't know what's happened to it. It's strange because people in France have got issues 5 and 6 of the Enterprise. I haven't got issue 4 yet, and I know some people ain't got issue 4 or 5. But in France, I think it was Germany actually. Someone posted issue 6. So I don't know what's happened. Why are we a month behind now? No idea. And it was the same with Fanhome. Everyone was very late taking money, and yeah, nothing's turned up. But yeah, yeah, I've done nothing this week. I've sort of chilled out. But yeah, top 10 favorite WWE moments, or top 5. Yeah, all that sort of stuff I'm going to do. Just so I've got some content for my channel. Now I've got games because I'm constantly playing on Twitch. I'm constantly playing games on Twitch, which I do play. So if you've been watching my YouTube channel, you'll see that I've been playing Marvel Avengers, because they've brought out a new some new quests lately. So I've been running through that. I'm going back to my Star Trek online game soon, because I'll have to progress in that as well. But yeah, I should have issue 73 of the Reliant. It's the body shell. So should be here during the week. Ooh, so it's coming close. Is that 100 issues, that build? So at least you'll have something. I didn't even know when mine's getting there. Alex, you get the at the curtains looking for a postman. So I'm not in tomorrow. I'm out tomorrow with the kids and the wife and that. So no one's going to be here, just the dogs. And I don't think the postman would want to open the door to the dogs. What is your Twitch account name? I can't remember off the top of my head. I post it on my. What I'll do is I'll post it. I'll make a post on my YouTube channel for it, and then you can follow it. But I'm always streaming at least once a day. I stream on Twitch, and then I pick some of my streams to go on YouTube, but I'm thinking of maybe doing all of them. I play Call of Duty, and let's just say the language can get colourful, because yeah, it does happen. My wife said it would be quite a good one to put on there with me losing it. So what's that? Oh right, okay. So I've got, my wife just popped it. So it is Can you see that? Oh, no. It's the_Nexus_UK. That's my Twitch channel name. But I'll make a post after the stream on my YouTube channel, and you can follow the link there. But like I said, I constantly stream to Twitch, so I see a lot of people actually are moving from things like Facebook and YouTube to Twitch. It's easier to get partner and affiliated on there at the moment because the numbers are quite low still because it's quite a new platform. Also, as well, everything on there is live. You can look at past streams, but they only last for I think it's 7 or 8 days, and then they get deleted straight off. So that's why I've been sort of transferring some over to YouTube. But I don't know if you'd really want to see me losing it in Call of Duty, because my wife said I should really. My wife said I should post it because it's quite funny. I mean, the kids are constantly laughing when I'm on it. But yeah, maybe I should post it. Yeah, me going nuclear, trying to kill people on Call of Duty. Anyway, Jay, yeah, it's 100. So yeah, so 27 more to go. So is that? Do you get that every week, or does that a bundle every month? How do you get it from that from France? Is it? I did look into it, but I can't remember now whether you get it every week or every month. The issues, I can't remember. I did look into it, and I know that the Alien build is definitely coming out here in the UK. So I thought I might just postpone it, just because of things like the delivery charge and stuff like that. It'll be cheaper and easier for me to get it in here. It's brilliant for posts. I mean, it's brilliant for builds that you can't get here. So like your Renault and stuff like that. But I think for builds that are coming out here, that we know that are coming out, I think I might just hold a little bit. But yeah, I can't remember if it was monthly or weekly on that. But yeah, so you'll carry on with that. Okay, Peter, thanks for joining. All my builds are international, so I always know when they're arriving. That's good. It's a weekly or whenever it appears on the site. Oh, right, okay, so you just buy the issues as and when. Following you on Twitch. Thank you, Andy. But yeah, like I said, I'm always on Twitch. I stream every day. Randomly during the day, whenever I've got an hour, I'll straight on the Xbox, straight on Twitch. It's so easy to stream from it as well. And I've tried cameras in my Xbox. None of them are working for some reason. So I'm going to be picking up a Kinect. So you'll be able to see me as well on there playing. So that'd be cool. But yeah, I do like playing my games and stuff like that. So does it work out more expensive that way, Jay? Doing it every week, or like bundling it, or is it just the site that you, once it appears, you order it and it comes? Is it that sort of thing, or can you order like some together? I suppose it's easier for you to get them as and when they come straight out, don't they? Isn't it? I should say. But yeah, Xbox Series X. No, just the normal Xbox One. I've had for about, I don't know, 5-6 years. I've had it probably longer than that actually. But yeah. But I've got a PlayStation 4 as well. But I find the Xbox is like my main console. And I've got a lot, like the Game Pass on it is amazing. So I do play a lot of the games on there. Destroy All Humans. I need to go back to that because World of Mike was watching those videos and he said they were really good. But yeah, I might go back to Destroy All Humans, it's called. That was a really good game. That was on the original Xbox. I remember playing it on the original Xbox. But yeah, I was going to do live streams of the new Resident Evil Village on YouTube or Twitch. You can do it on Twitch and then you can export it to YouTube, or you can export it to wherever you want and you can edit it then. It's great. So you can post. I always post my stream straight because obviously Twitch is live, so it posts everything that you do, talking over it and everything like that. But it gives you the ability to export it to YouTube, like I do, or you can export it to any device you want, download it, sort of thing, and then you can edit it however you like. My setup is more complex. OBS on PC, 2 cameras, and a key light. Yeah, I looked at all that sort of stuff. I'm just going to get the Kinect and do it simply. But with Twitch as well, you can do stuff from your phone as well. So, I'm constantly playing Pokemon Go. So I could stream that. Loads of people stream that. But you can stream stuff from your phone as well. So, but yeah, I find streaming from your console so straightforward. Very straightforward. You just connect, you just activate Twitch, you go up to live, you go up to broadcast, and then just live, and then it just plays it. And yeah, I have my headphones on sometimes. I sometimes do it with my headphones on, headphones off, and then I export some of the content to YouTube. But it does leave there. I think when you do a stream, it's only on there for a week, and then they take it off. But obviously, when you export it to YouTube, you can do it, and it lasts forever. But you can, like I said, you can export it straight to YouTube, so it will do the whole stream like you've done it straight to YouTube, or you can export it to anything you want, and then edit it, which I was thinking of doing some of them. So, but yeah, Twitch TOS say not to post streams anywhere for 24 hours. Not sure it's enforced. 14 days. What's that? What's TOS? Oh, right, okay, yeah. Not too sure to post streams. Is it for? Yeah, it's 14 days. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I normally export it, like you're saying, like normally a day later or something like that. It's normally on there. But yeah, they do go. But if you look on my previous ones, there's loads of previous stuff on there. But yeah, it's finding what games really, because I'm going through my Marvel game, and I did do the Star Wars one. Did anyone watch that? I did the X-Wing. So I downloaded that as part of the Xbox Game Pass, and I did the whole campaign, and I streamed it and put it over to YouTube. It was okay. There were some bits on it I had to redo, and it's just like the Marvel one. I'm having to go back and redo levels again and again because you're dying or something. You record all your streams locally. Yeah, all my streams are done straight from my Xbox, and then like I said, the next day or a couple of days later, I then export which ones I want to my YouTube channel. But I'm hoping to probably increase that, just so I've got content, and yeah, just so I've got a bit of content coming on, because I've got no builds at the moment. There's nothing building. So, but how is that Resident Evil Village? I liked the original ones; they were good. But I know they did a remastered one recently, didn't they, as well? But yeah, I think my daughter was watching some streamer play Resident Evil Village. It looked weird. The zombies can talk and stuff like that. So it's very Army of the Dead, I would say. Has anyone seen that yet on Netflix? Look at the time. Oh, it's coming along now. So I'm going to start wrapping up here. But yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting for builds. There's nothing here. I'd like to have something. To have something here to build, but I've got nothing. So yeah, I am going to start doing other content and probably do a bit more of my stream videos and stuff like that. Resident Evil is supposedly good, but I haven't caught a system yet. Oh right, okay, stream yet. Oh right, okay. Yeah, my daughter was very much watching the streams and stuff like that. She was yeah, good show, Kev. Thanks, Mike. But I'm going to leave it there. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, this week we'll have some builds. So if you're a patron, don't think your computer's having a meltdown. It's just me posting all the videos, because I'll post all the videos straight away, as obviously my patrons know, of all the builds. So if they all come next week, we'll have a bing, 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 like that, constant. It'll be constant. It's good, mate. It made me jump a few times. I was playing it in the dark with headphones. I don't play it in the dark. Right, I'm going to go now. Thank everyone for joining us and talking and stuff like that. And just that's it. Right, and we'll see you at the next